Hi there, this is Butch Gamboa for Motoring Today, the Philippines' premier and longest-running weekly motoring news and features electronic magazine. And here are some of this week's features to watch out for. On Motoring Forum, we shall have the latest developments and achievements at the Land Transportation Office, straight from the LTO head, ASEC Ed Galvante. Our road safety tip on the Young Street Smarts portion centers on the first to stop, first to go rule. This week's Payong Chupera shall be on the importance of wearing proper uniform of PUV drivers. On the public service segment, we'll have on the spotlight a reaction on incorrect names in a driver's license. Showcase this week shall feature the subcompact sedan from Toyota, the all-new Vios 1.3e CVT. While for race weekend, we'll have the highlights of the recently held 2018 Philippine Rallycross Series, rounds 10 and 11 at the Pradera Verde in Pampanga. All this plus the latest news on the country's transportation and traffic management on this edition of Motoring Today.
Introducing the all-new Mitsubishi Xpander.
All of Ford's newly launched models shall be available for the public to test drive. The Phoenix Petroleum 2018 Autofocus Pre-Christmas Test Drive Festival will have all of the country's brand new models available for test drive this November 15 to 18 at the SM Mall of Asia. And Ford shall have the following remarkable newly launched brand new models for you: EcoSport, Everest, Expedition, Mustang, Ranger. Remember, test drive it before you buy it. Drive the latest model automobiles at the Autofocus Pre-Christmas Test Drive Festival, powered by Phoenix Fuels with Pulse Technology, November 15 to 18 at the SM Mall of Asia.
I'm gonna miss you.
I'll miss you too.
So, why are you back?
I didn't want to miss you.
Calling all automobile enthusiasts. Autofocus.com.ph is exclusive to the automobile, where you'll find reviews on the latest brand new car models, together with their head-to-head comparisons. It has the detailed specs of car models available in the country and their latest SRPs and special promos, together with the latest auto industry news and developments like car launches and test drives. Autofocus.com.ph is all about automobiles. Click on.
See the horizon as a starting point. Use each obstacle to gain momentum. Make the unknown routine. Continue where all others stop. New Peugeot SUV range. Never have SUVs gone so far.
All of Mitsubishi's newly launched models shall be available for the public to test drive. The Phoenix Petroleum 2018 Autofocus Pre-Christmas Test Drive Festival will have all of the country's brand new models available for test drive this November 15 to 18 at the SM Mall of Asia. And Mitsubishi shall have the following remarkable newly launched brand new models for you: Mirage, Mirage G4, Montero Sport, Strada, Expander. Remember, test drive it before you buy it. Drive the latest model automobiles at the Autofocus Pre-Christmas Test Drive Festival, powered by Phoenix Fuels with Pulse Technology, November 15 to 18 at the SM Mall of Asia.
Be comfortable when you're out of your comfort zone and embrace a wider world of adventure. BRV, rise above your limits.
Happy birthday, sir!
Ma, sino ka? Thank you for teaching me to do more, Ma.
Happy birthday, anak.
All of Suzuki's newly launched models shall be available for the public to test drive. The Phoenix Petroleum 2018 Autofocus Pre-Christmas Test Drive Festival will have all of the country's brand new models available for test drive this November 15 to 18 at the SM Mall of Asia. And Suzuki shall have the following remarkable, newly launched brand new models for you: Vitara, Swift, Desire, Ciaz, Ertiga. Remember, test drive it before you buy it. Drive the latest model automobiles at the Autofocus Pre-Christmas Test Drive Festival, powered by Phoenix Fuels with Pulse Technology, November 15 to 18 at the SM Mall of Asia.
The things that make my day. My mini-me, my kind of jam, my passion, my blend of coffee, my inspiration. That's all good with the all-new Vios. My Vios, my drive.
Welcome back. Motoring Today now starts with the latest news in transportation and traffic management. With only 2 months away from the holidays, the MMDA has sought partnership with the DPWH and mall operators in the metro to adjust mall operating hours. There will also be a moratorium on roadworks to further avoid a much worse traffic situation during the holidays. Our Motoring Today field correspondent Heidi Santos is here for the report.
The MMDA has the cooperation of the DPWH, shopping mall operators, water utility and telecommunication companies in carrying out measures in anticipation of heavier traffic during the holidays. The MMDA, together with concerned representatives, have agreed to implement these measures from November 5 to January 14 next year. The action plans include the requirement of all shopping mall operators located on major thoroughfares in Metro Manila to begin their operations by 11 a.m., an hour later from the usual 10 a.m. opening time during weekdays. Shopping mall operators are also required to deploy additional security personnel to facilitate long lines of vehicles going inside mall parking areas that cause traffic gridlock.
Starting November 5, lahat po ng mall, no, sa major thoroughfares, Marcos Highway, Libis, EDSA, Commonwealth, 11 a.m. po mag-start ng pagbubukas. Pangalawa, nakiusap din po kami sa mga mall owners natin regarding dun sa pagpasok sa parking nila, magdagdag sila ng security, no? Security check. Kasi nagkakaroon po ng traffic going inside the parking, no? Kaya yan po dumuduktong sa mga kalsada. So pumayag naman sila, magdadagdag sila ng security. Pero of course, we cannot compromise security, no? Over traffic again.
Removal of obstructions on loading and unloading stations in the vicinity of shopping malls will also be implemented. Meanwhile, deliveries of non-perishable goods will be limited only at nighttime or from 11 p.m. to 5 a.m.
Yung pong loading-unloading ng mga public utility vehicles sa harap ng malls, medyo didisiplinahin natin ang todo yan kasi andyan lahat ng choke points. No? So nakiusap kami sa mall owners, tutulungan kami.
Moreover, malls are not allowed to do weekday sales. There will also be moratorium on roadworks, including road diggings and repairs, except government flagship projects and or during emergency cases.
These measures will start on November 5 and will carry on until January 2019. Continuing, still on the topic of traffic management, San Miguel Corporation is working closely with Metro Pacific Tollways Corporation or MIPC to find ways to manage traffic flow on SLEX and Skyway system, both of which will be heavily affected by MPIC's C5 South Link Expressway project. Here's Motoring Today field correspondent Andre Ko for the details.
Once completed, the C5 South Link Expressway will connect C5 to Cavitex. MPIC, through its unit Cavite Infrastructure Corporation, is the concession holder for the 7.7-kilometer 6-lane project. Since the project will cause traffic around the area, SMC has offered assistance to MPIC to make sure that it gets delivered on time to minimize inconvenience, especially during this season, as well as to provide the full benefits of C5 South Link to motorists. Initially, SMC, through its infrastructure unit, SMC Tollways, has implemented a stop-and-go scheme that started October 6 till November 15 from 11 p.m. to 4 a.m. at Nicols Toll Plaza, C5 and Skyway elevated segment between Magallanes and Bicutan in order to manage traffic in the area.
San Miguel Corporation asks for patience from motorists and advises them to plan their trips ahead during the period. Meanwhile, IAC, together with Task Force Kamao, intensifies its crackdown of colorum vehicles. The agency said legitimate terminal owners who allow colorum vehicles to operate within their premises would not be going off the hook. Heidi Santos is back for the report.
IACT appeals to terminal owners and operators to stop allowing colorum vehicles to use their facilities as the government is now getting stiffer on its policies against vehicles without valid franchise. IACT said terminal operators who allow even a single colorum vehicle operating under their roof are subjected to fine and penalties stipulated in the Omnibus Franchising Guidelines or OFG. Based on that, penalties would depend on the type of vehicles and the number of units found and proven to be operating inside an off-street transport terminal. Public utility Jeep Fill Cab 50,000 pesos per unit, taxis 120,000 pesos per unit, UV Express vans 200,000 pesos per unit, and public utility buses 1 million pesos per unit. Meanwhile, Task Force Kamao, the interagency task force focusing on a nationwide scale, continues with its crackdown on those vehicles as part of the government's pledge with the United Nations Sustainable Development Goal to promote road safety.
IAC said the demand for vehicles during the season is usually high, but it doesn't mean that colorum vehicles should be allowed. The agency added that passengers deserve safe travels. And finally, the MMDA has lifted the temporary provincial bus ban after it proved ineffective in reducing the number of vehicles on the road. In line with this, the agency would instead revive the number coding scheme for provincial buses. Here again is Andre Ko with the report.
The MMDA implemented the MMDA Regulation number 18-004A for a month. This states that provincial buses were prohibited from passing through the stretch of EDSA from Pasay City to Cubao, Quezon City between 7 a.m. and 10 a.m. and from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. on weekdays. The MMDA, however, found out that only around 300 provincial buses were affected instead of its initial projection of about 7,000. This prompted the agency to drop the ban and just revive the number coding scheme, which at least affected around 600 daily. Under the ban, buses coming from the north were supposed to unload their passengers at the Valenzuela terminal, while those from the south should drop them off at the Southwest Integrated Provincial Transport System in Parañaque City during rush hour.
In addition to the topic of buses, construction of the Valenzuela terminal has yet to be completed. The facility should be equipped with a passenger waiting lounge in addition to amenities for women, children, and senior citizens, and ramps for persons with disabilities. Those are the latest news in transportation and traffic management. Coming up next is Motoring Forum, brought to you by Suzuki Philippines. The LTO, or the Land Transportation Office, because of its legal mandate, has been playing a major role in the country's motoring scene. And every now and then, we make it a point to update the general motoring public about new regulations, policies, or issues that usually surround its operations. And who is the better person to give this update than the gentleman at the helm, no less than the head of the agency, DOTR Assistant Secretary Edgar Galvante. Hello, Asek Galvante, and welcome once again to Motoring Today.
Hello, Boots, and to all the viewers of Motoring Today.
First of all, let me relay to you the appreciation of the local auto industry for the data that you regularly provide Motoring Today, which in turn provides the public its true state in terms of actual vehicles being registered by your office all throughout the country. We're also looking forward to extend the same vital service to the ever-growing motorcycle industry.
By all means, I'd like to participate in all your programs to inform the people of what LTO is doing para naman ma-update sila ng mga information na kailangan.
Now, speaking of updating and motorcycles, there was a news item, Mr. Asek, that came out recently saying that the LTO, the MMDA, and even the HPG would be seriously implementing road safety rules for all motorists. And the move has reportedly made our bikers to feel that they are again being discriminated against. I'm talking about this move against motorcycle riders who hit the road without proper riding gear, like wearing slippers, flip-flops, and the like. Ano yung masasabi niyo doon sa reaction nila na discriminated against sila?
Marahil, hindi naman tama na sabihin lang na dinidiscriminate natin sila, no? Kasi ang ating immediate concern dyan is have the appropriate gear, attire, para naman hindi nagsasuffer yung the way you can control your unit or your vehicle. And it's not true that pinupunteriya lang natin dito yung motorcycle riders. In fact, even the jeepney drivers, taxi drivers, pino-point out natin to yung proper attire. Kasi, totoo naman siguro, napansin na yun, if they're wearing slippers, hindi masyadong firm yung kanilang no? Yung control dun sa, let's say, lalong-lalo na sa pedal. No? Kung matanggal yung slipper, how can they, operate the pedal or the gas pedal or whatever of the unit that they're driving or riding. So, I hope they won't interpret this as sort of parang pinupunteriya sila para sila iparusahan. No, never. Ito lang we are pointing this out to see to it that they ride safely.
Now, I hope that would finally put the misconception to rest. Now, digressing, there were some figures released by the DOTR about the number of arrests or violations registered against drunk driving. Now, alarmingly, they seem to be really few in numbers. Something like 100 cases in 6 months. Some people are now thinking that the anti-drunk driving law is a farce. Ano po yung masasabi niyo rito?
sasabihin ko sa iyo, Boots, yung pag-amin na medyo kulang kami ng taong dinideploy para dito. But because of the reports about accidents, road crashes happening, at isang factor dito would be the condition of the driver, we are going to intensify, or we started intensifying. And mainly, dadagdagan natin yung mga dinideploy na enforcers, particularly from RTO, on the implementation of this drunk and drug driving. Inaamin ko na karamihan ng deployment namin is sa araw. And karamihan nangyayari nito more or less gabi na sa madaling araw. That's why we are making some shifts to be increased during these hours na maaring nagko-commit sila ng nagdadrive while under the influence of drugs or liquor.
There was also another report that warns motorists about a lot of things fake that are available, like fake driver's license, vehicle registration, car plates, etc. Can you say something about what the LTO is doing and probably warn the public as well about this?
Particularly on the plates, right now we are producing yung plates for motor vehicle registered from July 1, 2016 onwards. And we have up to December 2017 that have been distributed to the regions for eventual issuance to the car owners. So, yung owners ng mga sasakyan na wala pang plaka na registered during this period can check with their dealers kung available na yung plaka sa kanila. As I've said, throughout the Philippines, we have sent the plates for the vehicles registered from July 1, 2016 up to December 2017. In fact, right now, we are already manufacturing plates for year 2018. I think at this time, yung mga March pinag-process na ngayon. And eventually, we will be able to cover the whole backlog. Ang problema pa namin sa ngayon, and we are discussing this with the previous supplier, in fact, this morning we had a meeting with them, are plates for vehicles registered earlier than July 1, 2016. You know that Supreme Court has lifted the TRO, COA has lifted the disallowance. That's why we are working on the schedule of their delivery for vehicles covered by their contract. The contract of the supplier is supposed to cover plates for 2013 up to 2018, which is about 15 million plates. No? They have supplied 3.9 million, and the remaining we are working towards scheduling a delivery for this. No? But for 2016, July 1, we are slowly producing all of these needed plates. Again, to emphasize, if you registered your vehicle during this period, please check with your local dealers if the plates are available with them already. In case you cannot find this sa local dealers ninyo, please call on us and we will check for you.
Now, still on the subject of registration, there's also this current pronouncement that alarmed some people. It said that stenciling is no longer required prior to registration. It can be a concern among those who buy used vehicles and the possibility to be sold stolen or hot cars, or even those that are tax deficient. Can you please clarify this?
Actually, it has not been removed. It's still part of the registration process. It's just that we're sort of thinking forward. Eventually, with the use of technology, we can already cover that. No? And this is just part of ease of doing business, ika nga. We want to shorten the processing time for renewal of registration. So probably we can remove stenciling since it's going to be covered up by a technology that would give us the information we need. Halimbawa, kung reported hot car ito, it would be flash already na hindi na kailangang physical check pa ng sasakyan para i-flash natin ito kung ito may hot car or what. But as of now, we have not lifted the requirement for stenciling. That's just a plan yet, that eventually, when meron na kaming substitute procedure for this, probably that's the time that we will do away with stenciling.
Now, just to clarify, ASEC, further, if ever, doon lang ho ito sa mga bago. Pero yung change of ownership, hindi nyo ito tatanggalin.
No, sa exchange of ownership, doon lang natin. Yan. Tama yung sinabi ninyo. Sa new car, since meron talaga niyang complete records. Pero yung pag ibebenta, the transfer of the car to the new owner, doon natin kakailanganin yung stencil sa ngayon. But eventually, that can also be, substituted with a better system.
Thank you very much for your time, ASEC Galvante. Before I let you go, do you have any message to the general motoring public as to how or what the LTO is doing to give us a better world of motoring?
Thank you very much again, Boots, for giving us this opportunity. We just want to emphasize that, for example, alam naman natin na naghahangad tayo na yung sasakyan natin may plaka. But in case you've heard of to get the ending of the plate that you want, kailangan magbayad kayo. Kung ito may maibibigay naming sa inyo, assistance sa inyo, you don't have to pay anything. Huwag kayong maniwala na kung may kayo preferred ending, magbabayad kayo ng so much amount para makuha nyo yung ending. No, hindi ho ganon. Kung sakaling maibigay namin yung serbisyo sa inyo, makuha nyo yung favorite number nyo or yung ending ninyo, you don't have to pay any extra amount. Kung ano yung nasa resibo, yun lang ho ang babayaran nyo. So again, Boots, thank you very much, and we hope our cooperation continues, and you're always welcome to come to the office.
Thank you once again, sir.
Thank you, Boots, and happy motoring.
LTO Head and DOTR Assistant Secretary Ed Galvante, our guest this week on Motoring Today's Motoring Forum, courtesy of Suzuki Philippines.
Thinking of buying a new car? If it's a Chevrolet that you have in mind, check out any of the following models during the Phoenix Petroleum 2018 Autofocus Pre-Christmas Test Drive Festival at the SM Mall of Asia this November 15 to 18. Trailblazer, Colorado, Sail, Trax, Malibu. Remember, test drive it before you buy it. Drive the latest model automobiles at the Autofocus Pre-Christmas Test Drive Festival, powered by Phoenix Fuels with Pulse Technology, November 15 to 18 at the SM Mall of Asia.
The things that make my day. My Mini-Me, my kind of jam, my passion, my blend of coffee, my inspiration. That's all good with the all-new Vios. My Vios, my drive.
A must-see for everybody, the Technical, Survival and Arms Expo, the Defense, Security and Survival Show for Sustainable Living at the SMX Convention Center, Ora Bonifacio Global City. Come this November 8 to 11. Nothing to pay as admission fee.
Introducing the all-new Mitsubishi Xpander.
Have you seen the latest models launched by Nissan? Here's your chance not only to see them up close, but even to test drive them together with all the other brand new car models available in the country today. The Phoenix Petroleum 2018 Autofocus Pre-Christmas Test Drive Festival will have all of the country's brand new models available for test drive this November 15 to 18 at the SM Mall of Asia. And Nissan shall have the following: Navara, Terra, X-Trail, Juke, Irvan. Remember, test drive it before you buy it. Drive the latest model automobiles at the Autofocus Pre-Christmas Test Drive Festival, powered by Phoenix Fuels with Pulse Technology, November 15 to 18 at the SM Mall of Asia.
you're out of your comfort zone and embrace a wider world of adventure. BRV, rise above your limits.
Have you seen the latest models launched by Toyota? Here's your chance not only to see them up close, but even to test drive them, together with all the other brand new car models available in the country today. The Phoenix Petroleum 2018 Autofocus Pre-Christmas Test Drive Festival will have all of the country's brand new models available for test drive this November 15 to 18 at the SM Mall of Asia. And Toyota shall have the following: Vios, Rush, Fortuner, Innova, Wigo. Remember, test drive it before you buy it. Drive the latest model automobiles at the Autofocus Pre-Christmas Test Drive Festival, powered by Phoenix Fuels with Pulse Technology, November 15 to 18 at the SM Mall of Asia.
Welcome back. Continuing with Motoring Today. Here once again is this week's series of valuable motoring tips. We start off with road safety reminders on the Young Street Smarts portion, courtesy of Toyota.
Hello everyone and welcome to Motoring Today's Young Street Smarts Club. This is brought to you through the courtesy of Toyota Motor Philippines and the Toyota Foundation. My name is Susie of Magic 89.9. Muling magbibigay sa inyo ng simpleng tips on how to use our roads properly and safely. Kung marami kayong sasakyan na nakahinto sa intersection, keep in mind that the first to stop is the first to go. This way, maiiwasan ang banggaan at iba pang aksidente. Until the next time here on Motoring Today's Young Street Smarts portion, where you can learn to be safe while on the road as a pedestrian, commuter, biker, or driver. This is Susie of Magic 89.9 reminding you to always be a safe and responsible road user.
Proper driver's demeanor, especially among drivers of public utility vehicles, is one of the major concerns we are addressing on our segment, Payong Tsoper, courtesy of Mitsubishi Motors.
Payong tsuper lang, kaibigan. Ako si Ka Jojo Martin, isang kapwa niyong tsuper. Maging maayos sa pananamit tuwing papasada.
Kung gusto nating makarami ng pasahero, gawin nating presentable ang ating mga sarili sa tuwing tayo ay magmamaneho. Ugaliing isuot ang uniform ng samahan na iyong kinabibilangan kapag papasada sa daan. Iwasang magsuot ng mga pambahay na damit katulad ng sando at tsinelas kung ayaw mong ang pasahero ang umiwas at magalit.
Tandaan, kapag maayos ang kasuotan, pasahero ay iyong kaibigan. Ito po si Ka Jojo Martin. Payong tsuper lang, kaibigan, mula sa isang kapwa niyong tsuper.
Introducing the all-new Mitsubishi Expander.
The country's latest automobile models can all be available for test drive in the Phoenix Petroleum 2018 Autofocus Pre-Christmas Test Drive Festival this November 15 to 18. And if you're eyeing a Honda for your first or next car, you can test drive any of the following: City, BRV, CRV Diesel, HRV, Civic RS, Mobilio RS, Jazz RS. Remember, test drive it before you buy it. Drive the latest model automobiles at the Autofocus Pre-Christmas Test Drive Festival, powered by Phoenix Fuels with Pulse Technology, November 15 to 18 at the SM Mall of Asia.
A must-see for everybody. The Technical, Survival and Arms Expo. The Defense, Security and Survival Show for Sustainable Living at the SMX Convention Center, Ora Bonifacio Global City. Come this November 8 to 11. Nothing to pay as admission fee.
The things that make my day. My mini-me. My kind of jam. My passion. My blend of coffee. My inspiration. That's all good with the all-new Vios. My Vios, my drive.
Have you been wanting to test drive a Peugeot? Here's your chance. The Phoenix Petroleum 2018 Autofocus Pre-Christmas Test Drive Festival will have all of the country's brand new models available for test drive this November 15 to 18 at the SM Mall of Asia. And Peugeot will have the 3008, 5008, and the Traveler waiting for all those who want to have a feel of how wonderfully it drives. Remember, test drive it before you buy it. Drive the latest model automobiles at the Autofocus Pre-Christmas Test Drive Festival, powered by Phoenix Fuels with Pulse Technology, November 15 to 18 at the SM Mall of Asia.
Be comfortable when you're out of your comfort zone and embrace a wider world of adventure. BRV, rise above your limits.
Welcome back. Motoring Today continues as we now give you the latest news and developments in the world of motorsports.
After rain forced organizers to cut short the previous leg of the challenge, there will be 3 races scheduled for both the pro and amateur classes. After completing 3 races of the challenge, Tyson C of Parts Pro Racing leads the overall point standings in the pro class, but only by 6 points, 50 to 44. Over race 3 winner Luis Gono of Team Clean Fuel. Also expected to be fighting it out for podium places at the Clark International Speedway is Daniel Miranda of Toyota Balintawak Avengers team. Miranda, who finished 3rd in race 3, only has 12 points after missing out on the first 2 races this season, but still has a chance to challenge the top 2 drivers with double points set to be awarded for races 5 and 6. In the amateur class, Sean Smith of Parts Pro and Juicy Hoka of the Growl Thule team are expected to renew their rivalry. Sean leads the point standings in the amateur class 24 to 22 over Juicy. The 2018 Philippine Rallycross Series is winding up a busy season that has seen a bigger number of entries with each leg completed. The most recent leg, covering rounds 10 and 11, was no different, as a number of newbies again showed up to join the veterans at the dirt course, set up at the Pradera Verde in Lubao, Pampanga. Again, it was Mondi Mapilis who was the biggest winner, turning in the fastest cumulative times from 2 of 3 runs in groups 2 and 3 in the daytime round 10. Louis Camacho came up second best in group 2, while John C. Reyes was runner-up in group 3. In Group 1 Round 10 competition, Tiger Espino got the better of rival Giancarlo Pelayo. Louis also topped Group 4 ahead of John C. in Round 10. Philip Martin was the lone runner in the 4WD class, while Sam Yamada topped both the Open and UV class. In the evening Round 11 competition, Tiger again kept back Giancarlo. One again topped Groups 2 and 3. Louis proved his morning run was no fluke in setting the fastest cumulative time in the evening Group 4 competition. Mark Pacheco was the sole runner in the UV class at night. Alex Lau was also the lone competitor in the open class. More about this most recent leg of the Philippine Rallycross Series coming up next on Race Weekend.
More motorsports and motoring today as you now usher in Race Weekend.
Race Weekend is brought to you by Phoenix Fuels.
Make every trip come alive with Phoenix Fuels, now with Pulse Technology.
Well, it's that time of the year when all good friends are, well, not quite dear to each other on the racetrack. It's championship time for most of various ongoing race series, and there are points needed to be won to ensure class championships, including those still in the running for championships in the 2018 Philippine Rallycross Series. Up next, Race Weekend brings us highlights of rounds 10 and 11 of this year's Rallycross Series.
Back on dirt racing, and we're here at the Pradera Verde in Lubao, Pampanga for the second to the last leg of the Philippine Rallycross Series. Round 10 for the day run and round 11 for the night run. Let's go check it out. The sun is out, the ground is dry, and on the track, the cars are throwing up dust and gravel as drivers put their runs in for rounds 10 and 11 of the 2018 Philippine Rallycross Series. It's now late in the year, but still more and more entries are showing up to compete in the Rallycross Series at its dedicated course in Pradera Verde. Organizers are quite happy to see the relatively large number of entries who came on the penultimate leg of the Rallycross event. There is reason for many of the drivers who've been active in the series run on twin dirt courses on a sprawling area of Pradera Verde.
Medyo maraming naghahabol sa points ngayon. In case you don't know, we have we only have one round left for the year, and that's going to be on November 18. That's round 12. Now, what we're having are rounds 10 and 11. So, we have a pretty large number of entries today. Some drivers are trying to secure the championship as early as now, and some are still taking their chances na baka makahabol pa sila hanggang the last round.
The usual suspects are among those churning out the dust around the course. That includes among the unique features a tunnel and bridge that cross one another. It's the only one of its like in the local motorsports scene. In Group 1, the young Rallycross guns, Tiger Espino and Giancarlo Pelayo, look to take the flight for the championship to the last round and heat. Then there's Mondi Mapilis looking to secure twin championships in Groups 2 and 3 with still one more round remaining in the year. Looking to keep the fight for the championships interesting are the likes of John C. Reyes and Luis Camacho, with the young Camacho also competing in Group 4.
Actually, this is a good start for me, my first season for Rallycross. I've been joining track races before. It's a good discipline to try. The course is awesome. A very nice course. Different turns. There's high-speed turns or tight turns, and I've learned so much for the whole season. And yeah, we're getting good points out of it.
John C. Reyes appears to be among those now hooked to Rallycross and looking to parlay this year's experience on dirt track at Pradera Verde for a more fruitful and successful season next year.
Hoping to get a good place for this season and hopefully learn a lot from this season to prepare my car and myself for the next year's season.
Meanwhile, a now familiar face to slaloms and autocross competitions returned to Pradera Verde after missing a few rounds. Surely not for any chance of a championship, but perhaps to just broaden his racing skills and to have some fun racing in the dirt.
Well, of course, it's a different discipline from slalom and autocross, so you have to get used to the track again. Feels good to be back here, feeling the dirt. It's very slippery, but there's like little adjustments to the track only, maybe a little wider, but all in all, it's still such a good track to race in. So in my first run, of course, I had to still get used to the car upgrades, of course. So I did a 318, and then my fifth run, I think, I was able to do 309, so I had big improvements. So it's just more about learning the car, yeah.
Another familiar face in slaloms who showed up for rounds 10 and 11 is Piwi Mendiola, who is obviously enjoying trying to get his rallying chops back up to par.
Well, I've been off Rallycross for such a long time. So basically, my number one priority now is get my skills up to par again. So I just got a stock car that hopefully won't break down so I can practice. The thing with loose gravel is you just can't put speed in it per se. So you have to have the skills to match it. So as I get familiar with the track and my skills are getting awake again, so hopefully I'll be able to put a little bit more speed in the straights and in the turns and get better time. And once I'm able to get my old driving self back here, then maybe we can concentrate on making the car perform better. But right now, I think it's the driver that has to perform better.
But among the more surprising occurrence at the penultimate leg of the 2018 Philippine Rallycross Series is the appearance of even more newbies entering their cars and themselves into the competition. Perhaps drawn to a new challenge or to sate their thirst for racing, who have time on their hand and nothing to do for the weekend. Like John Baranachea, who claims to have experience in karting, the young man has uncles who are into rallying and who may have lured their nephew to get down and dirty in their brand of motorsport. And how did this karter find Rallycross?
Sarap. enjoy talaga. Yeah. So I'm trying to improve my time, so I still have one more lap.
And does Rallycross compare to karting?
Totally different. Both enjoyable, pero totally different discipline talaga. Well, my first was not really good, but the second one had some improvements in my time. So hopefully the third and last would be better.
Also showing up this late in the season for some Rallycross competition is a foreigner with a taste for 4x4 off-road ventures. Jürgen Backel has been joining 4x4 off-road competition and claims to have earned trophies from doing so. And he does not expect this will happen on his first time stint in Rallycross.
Here I think I have no chance.
Here?
Yeah.
Why not?
Here I cannot get trophy because it's all one class. My competition is this one. Yeah, the 80 have 2.5 tons. How can you make competition with this one? This one is maybe 1.2, 1 half.
Of yours.
Yeah, half weight of mine.
With each round as the season progressed, Rallycross organizers tweaked segments of the track, changed direction from clockwise to counterclockwise and back, removing a section here, joining another section to another there, always looking to keep the competition fresh and lively.
The track now is very, very tricky. It's dry, it's slippery, so you have to juggle the tire pressure. You can't go too high because it's gonna be slippery. Too low, stones might come into your wheels. So it's a kind of a juggle. So you really have to control yourself.
When asked, a newbie said the tunnel and bridge combo was among tricky parts of the track that he found difficult to negotiate.
Maybe going up the bridge, because if one mistake, you'll overshoot and then you'll be heading onto the other car.
As the day headed into night, times improved as competitors got more familiar with the tweaks organizers decided on for rounds 10 and 11.
The new drivers, no? The most common comment is everything's hard, everything's difficult because of the lack of grip. But then, after a few heats, after a few runs, especially if they run the day stage, when they join the night stage, their times normally improved already. And for the veterans here right now, the only complaint is it's too dusty because as you can see, it's really dry now. There's no rain at all, it's very sunny. So it's slippery and dusty at the same time. For the night run, it's still going to be the same. People who are leading their respective classes are expected to push really hard. And those people who are running second, third in points are also expected to push harder.
After the results of rounds 10 and 11, the championships in some groups may have been decided already. Others may still await the results of the last round, which is round 12.
And I'd also like to invite your viewers. On November 18, that's going to be our last round 12, here also in Pradera Verde. Now, we will do round 12 in the morning, and then in the afternoon, we will be having a track day. The track day is going to be open to all. to new drivers. For those who are thinking of joining next year, they can try the track on November 18th. We will try to make you test the track up until maybe 7 or 8 p.m. So they can also experience night rally.
And that does it for rounds 10 and 11 of the Philippine Rallycross Series. We'll surely be looking forward for the final round and the track day after. I'm Ray Louis Gamboa. See you next week for another motorsports highlight.
Rounds 10 and 11 are done. Round 12 is up next in about a month's time. If you like rally driving, then be sure to be there for the last round of the 2018 Philippine Rallycross Series. Not only to watch the competition, but also to try driving fast on a dirt course on track day. It's going to be fun and exciting. Veterans of rally driving ourselves trust us on this.
This week's feature on Race Weekend has been brought to you by Phoenix Fuels.
Make every trip come alive with Phoenix Fuels, now with Pulse technology.
Have you been wanting to test drive an Isuzu? Here's your chance. The Phoenix Petroleum 2018 Autofocus Pre-Christmas Test Drive Festival will have all of the country's brand new models available for test drive this November 15 to 18 at the SM Mall of Asia. And Isuzu will have the MU-X and the D-Max waiting for all those who want to have a feel of how wonderfully it drives. Remember, test drive it before you buy it. Drive the latest model automobiles at the Autofocus Pre-Christmas Test Drive Festival, powered by Phoenix Fuels with Pulse Technology, November 15 to 18 at the SM Mall of Asia.
The things that make my day. My mini-me. My kind of jam. My passion. My blend of coffee. My inspiration. That's all good with the all-new Vios. My Vios, my drive.
I'm gonna miss you.
I'll miss you too.
So, why are you back?
I didn't want to miss you.
The country's latest automobile models can be all available for test drive in the Phoenix Petroleum 2018 Autofocus Pre-Christmas Test Drive Festival this November 15 to 18. And if you're eyeing a SsangYong for your first or next car, you can test drive any of the following: Tivoli, Tivoli Sport, Tivoli XLV, Corando, Rodius. Remember, test drive it before you buy it. Drive the latest model automobiles at the Autofocus Pre-Christmas Test Drive Festival, powered by Phoenix Fuels with Pulse Technology, November 15 to 18 at the SM Mall of Asia.
Happy birthday, sir!
Ma,
Sino ka?
Thank you for teaching me to do more, Ma.
Happy birthday, anak.
Be comfortable when you're out of your comfort zone and embrace a wider world of adventure. BRV, rise above your limits.
Welcome back to Motoring Today. The auto industry now takes center stage.
The Toyota Wigo, which currently dominates the mini sedan market, was proclaimed the Automobile of the Year standard category at the awards night of the 2018-2019 Autofocus People's Choice Awards, held Thursday evening, October 18, at the Grand Ballroom of the Valle Verde Country Club, Pasig City. Topping the AOY standard category count with a consolidated score of 3,316.2, the Wigo outpointed the Mitsubishi Montero Sport at 2,863 points. The Toyota Wigo also landed the Sedan of the Year title for its third Model of the Year crown, after having previously won last year and in 2015. In the premium luxury classification, the Lexus NX300 compact SUV crossover registered the highest score with 873.2 points, which gave it a reed-thin 3.6-point winning margin over its mid-size stablemate, the Lexus RX 350. The NX300 also bagged its first Model of the Year award by topping the SUV Crossover of the Year category. The AFPCA, organized by Sunshine Television and Marketing Services Incorporated, or STV, since 2005, is an annual public poll that aims to determine the country's most popular automobile brands and models. It features a unique scoring system that attributes 80% of value to public votes from July 1 to September 30 in online polls and 20% to unit sales. Official sales volume data for the AFPCA was furnished by Stratcom Corporation with the official sanction of the Land Transportation Office. The data covered only completely built and newly imported units that were put in for new registration with the LTO from January to September 2018. So-called gray market and used vehicles were excluded. The AFPCA scoring and methodology yields Model of the Year awardees in 5 standard and 4 premium or luxury classifications, and the Automobile of the Year in separate standard and premium luxury categories from over 180 models in the 2018 AFPCA official entry list. Best Design, Standard, 7 awards. Chevrolet Spark, Mini. Mazda 2, Subcompact. Mazda 6, Midsize Sedan. Civic Type R, Sports Car. Ford Ranger, Pickup. Hyundai Grand Starex, Van. Mitsubishi Expander, MPV. Best Design, Premium Luxury. BMW 5 Series, Midsize Sedan. Porsche Panamera, Large Sedan. Lamborghini Aventador, Sports Car. Toyota Alphard, Van. Mercedes-Benz B-Class, MPV. Best Engine Performance, Standard. Honda Brio, Mini. Mazda 2, Subcompact. Honda Civic R-Type, Sports Car. Mitsubishi Pajero, Large SUV Crossover. Nissan NV350 Urban, Van. Toyota Innova, MPV. Best Engine Performance, Premium Luxury. Mini 3-door and 5-door, Subcompact. BMW 5 Series, Midsize Sedan. Porsche Panamera, Large Sedan. Porsche Cayenne, Midsize SUV Crossover. Mercedes-Benz B-Class, MPV. Best Safety Features, Standard. Volkswagen Golf GTS, Compact Sedan. Ford Expedition, Large SUV Crossover. Hyundai Grand Starex, Van. Best Safety Features, Premium Luxury. Mercedes-Benz A-Class, Subcompact. Volvo S60, Midsize Sedan. Volvo XC60, Midsize SUV Crossover. Volvo XC90, Large SUV Crossover. Mercedes-Benz V-Class, Van. BMW 2 Series Grand Tourer, MPV. Best Value for Money, Standard. Toyota Wigo, Mini. Toyota Camry, Midsize Sedan. Suzuki Jimny, Subcompact SUV Crossover. Isuzu Mu-X, Midsize SUV Crossover. Nissan NV350 Urban, Van. Best Value for Money, Premium Luxury. Lexus IS350, Compact Sedan. BMW 5 Series, Midsize Sedan. Lexus LS500, Large Sedan. Lexus NX300, Compact SUV Crossover. Toyota Land Cruiser 200, Large SUV Crossover. Peugeot Traveler, MPV. The award tonight was graced by top officials of the country's car manufacturers and distributors. The auto industry's 2 lead organizations, the Chamber of Automotive Manufacturers of the Philippines Incorporated, or CAMPI, and the Association of Vehicle Importers and Distributors, or AVID, as well as motoring media professionals.
again for the 14th time for the People's Choice and the 11th time for the Media's Choice Awards. Congratulations, Butch. Good show. Thank you for having us. It's been a pleasure working both the awards programs again, and here's looking forward to next year.
Sunshine Television recently held a briefing event for the participants of the upcoming 2018 Autofocus Pre-Christmas Test Drive Festival, presented by Phoenix Fuels with Pulse Technology, that will be held on the 15th to 18th of November 2018 at the concert grounds of the SM Mall of Asia. Car buyers can expect the latest model lineup from Chevrolet, Ford, Honda, Isuzu, Mazda, Mitsubishi, Nissan, Peugeot, SsangYong, Subaru, Suzuki, and Toyota. The pre-event briefing was attended by representatives from the participating automotive companies together with their suppliers. Sunshine Television discussed the layout for the upcoming test drive event as well as the safety measures to be observed. Inquiries and concerns from the participants were all addressed. The biggest and most innovative car show in the country gathers 17 brands presenting innovations that improve the way we use and interact with cars. The 7th Philippine International Motor Show from October 24 to 28, 2018 at the World Trade Center, Metro Manila promises 5 days of non-stop fun and learning as they excite the senses with what's present and what's possible with the local automotive scene.
We would like to invite everyone to attend to the Philippine International Motor Show, which will be held at the World Trade Center this October 24 to 28. Please come and join us with this activity.
Burmaz Auto Philippines, the official distributors of Mazda vehicles in the country, invited several Mazda clubs and members of the motoring media to a sneak peek party at the island in BGC, introducing the new Mazda 6, the MX-5, and the 7-seater crossover, the CX-9. Some of the improvements presented include that the Mazda 6 is now equipped with a Skyactiv 2.2-liter diesel engine with variable geometry turbine for improvement of the overall power of the model. Meanwhile, Apple CarPlay and Android Auto are now introduced in the new CX-9. And engine performance improvements are set to be seen in the new MX-5 with the top-of-the-line variant, the RF Club Edition, boasting BBS wheels and Recaro racing seats. The new Mazda 6, MX-5, and CX-9 will be formally launched at the upcoming 7th Philippine International Motor Show on the 24th of October at the World Trade Center.
I'd like to invite everyone who's watching right now to visit our booth at the Philippine International Motor Show from October 24 to 28. And of course, you can certainly visit any of our authorized dealers nationwide to view any of our beautiful vehicles at our showrooms.
We have more about the local auto industry as we now give you our Car of the Week on Showcase, courtesy of Prudential Guarantee. As Toyota Motor Philippines celebrated its 30th anniversary in the country, it brought in a surprise for its Filipino customers and supporters, which is the all-new Toyota Vios. In this week's showcase, we're looking into one of the variants. Let's watch this. That was the Toyota Vios 1.3e CVT variant, just one among the many new offerings of Toyota Motor Philippines to their Filipino customers. Our featured vehicle on showcase this week, courtesy of Prudential Guarantee.
Drive worry-free with Prudential Guarantee's auto insurance program with a free 24-hour nationwide roadside assistance included with your comprehensive auto insurance. Rest assured, we'll take care of you and your car wherever you are. Prudential Guarantee's auto insurance program, 100% worry-free driving.
Thinking of buying a new car? If it's a Mazda that you have in mind, check out any of the following models during the Phoenix Petroleum 2018 Autofocus Pre-Christmas Test Drive Festival at the SM Mall of Asia this November 15 to 18. Mazda 3, CX-3, CX-5, CX-9, MX-5. Remember, test drive it before you buy it. Drive the latest model automobiles at the Autofocus Pre-Christmas Test Drive Festival, powered by Phoenix Fuels with Pulse Technology, November 15 to 18 at the SM Mall of Asia.
See the horizon as a starting point. Use each obstacle to gain momentum. Make the unknown routine. Continue where all others stop. New Peugeot SUV range. Never have SUVs gone so far.
Introducing the all-new Mitsubishi Xpander.
Thinking of buying a new car? If it's a Subaru that you have in mind, check out any of the following models during the Phoenix Petroleum 2018 Autofocus Pre-Christmas Test Drive Festival at the SM Mall of Asia this November 15 to 18. Lavorg, XV, Forester, WRX, STI. Remember, test drive it before you buy it. Drive the latest model automobiles at the Autofocus Pre-Christmas Test Drive Festival, powered by Phoenix Fuels with Pulse Technology, November 15 to 18 at the SM Mall of Asia.
Ah, the things that make my day. My mini-me, my kind of jam, my passion, my blend of coffee, my inspiration. That's all good with the all-new Vios. My Vios, my drive.
Welcome back. On the final stretch of motoring today, we have our public service segment, courtesy of Honda Cars Philippines.
Last week on Public Service, we had Brigido Centeno's problem on his incorrect name registered on his driver's license. This week, we shall have Attorney Romeo Vera Cruz, LTO Executive Director, to give us insights into what someone has to do when he encounters this problem.
Kung mali ang pangalan ng driver's license doon sa sa driver's license niya, ang gagawin lang niya is to submit, no, to file a an affidavit of discrepancy of name, and then authenticate copy of their birth certificate galing sa PSA. Yun lang po ang ibibigay nila sa LTO.
The executive director added that aside from bringing those to LTO, you should also bring with you the driver's license with incorrect name so they can further examine. We thank LTO Executive Director Attorney Romeo Vera Cruz for his valuable insights regarding this matter. We'll be making sure to always help bridge information from the government to the general motoring public.
Motoring Today's public service segment courtesy of Honda Cars Philippines. And we'd like once again to urge the public to help us solve motoring problems in our midst by referring them to us so we can in turn bring them to the attention of involved authorities. Please refer to the screen regarding our contact details. And that's the week that was in motoring. Thank you for joining us. Also, don't forget to like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter and Instagram. Until next week here at Motoring Today, now in its 32nd year of continuing service to the general motoring public with a lifelong commitment to promote road safety. I'm Butch Gamboa. Happy motoring.